What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Coach Franco Breakdowns. And for this video, it's a very special one. We're going to talk about fixed fights, fake fights, and the idiot who's making the rounds out of the local MMA scene. In this video, I will show you one of the dark sides of MMA. In any combat sport, there will always be individuals who will act selfishly and put their vested interest above everyone else. It doesn't matter if they tarnish their personal reputation, their personal brand, the credibility and the integrity of their gyms, and the effect of their actions to their teammates. One of the things about martial arts or being in combat sports or any sport in general is that it has the snowball effect towards the individual, to the group, to the community. Now, on a larger scale, if you are someone who is doing this or who did this, you are compromising the integrity of the community, the integrity and the credibility of the promoters, event organizers, and officials. Let's take a small detour. Here in the Philippines, it's so hard to organize events. You have to deal with restrictions, you have to deal with apprehensions, and there are so many challenges. You have to answer so many questions, especially if you're doing a combat sporting event. It's a little bit easier for boxing, but when it comes to Muay Thai, kickboxing, grappling, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, and MMA, it's a spectacle. It's an entertaining sport. A lot of people are willing to watch it. And, who doesn't want to see people go at it inside the cage or inside the ring? However, it's hard to get people to come together in order to organize an event. Right? It's hard to get sponsors. You have to explain the benefits to these people. You have to make sure to convince them that this will be beneficial for their brand and for the community, that it will benefit a lot of people. People who have money or companies do not see the potential of combat sports here in the Philippines. If we're going to look at the recent Asian Games or the SEA Games na lang, diba? The SEA Games, majority of our medals came from combat sports and martial arts. If you look at the previous episode of Combat Sports Weekly, we talked to the president of Brave MMA, and people have to realize that this is an untapped market with huge financial potential. So I do not understand why we're not there. Circling back to this recent event, this happened June 19 at the SM Southmall, and King of the Fight, organized by UFC Gym Philippines, held at the SM Southmall. It's very, very unfortunate, as in kadiri siya. Okay, kadiri siya. The intent and the goal of this video is to educate people, really, really express disbelief and to tell people na this is not normal practice. Okay? We do not allow this in our community, in our sport. This is my service to the community and condoning acts like this, kasi this has no space within the mixed martial arts and the combat sports industry here in the country. Let's get to that video muna, okay? Let's get to that video. So let me show you what happened, okay? You're gonna see this now. So makikita nyo yan sa screens nyo. So this happened at the activity center ng SM Southmall. As you can see, that the guy in question there is si Reginald Cruz from JMC MMA, and his alleged opponent is Jomar Pacio from Rizen MMA. So Professor Jerry Legaspi is the black belt. Na referee spinning phantom elbow, then went for a diving ground and pound, and then the fight was stopped. Now, let's fast forward a bit. The fight was considered a no contest. The Professor Jerry Legaspi called out the mockery and the stupidity of these individuals and said that it was a fake fight, was a fixed fight. He later on expressed his sentiments and explained to the crowd, to the audience, and apologized to them. Then he instructed the fighters to vacate the octagon. Okay. Person in question here is Reginald Cruz. Reginaldo or Reggie Cruz is from JMC MMA. So this is his photo with his coach, Prince Lloyd Noel. So initially, my thoughts and our thoughts during the fight was like, ano nangyari? What the hell was that? What the hell was that? So pagkatapos nun, parang familiar yung mukha niya. Sabi ko, parang familiar tong taong to. My phone started blowing up. People started sending me links. People started sending me photos, YouTube videos, Facebook videos of this guy and his fixed fights. I saw a particular video that I remember na parang, nga no. I think I commented on one of his fights and I said it was fake. Pay close attention, okay? Pay close attention to the video. Kasi later on, magugulat kayo kung ano yung major revelation dito. So the first one is this, okay? Ito yung mamili tayo ng mga dalawa or tatlong laban niya na sobrang bilis. Okay? So context, majority if not all of his fights are grudge matches. And then apparently, according to the stories that I received, okay, or if not all of his fights, ay majority of his fights, bit-bit niya yung kalaban niya. Parang bring your own opponent. So, dun pa lang, di ba? The mere fact that you're bringing your own opponent is a huge red flag. And then if he's being paired up with someone totally different from his preferred opponent, he will go to the organizer or to the matchmaker and really plead his case and force everyone that this guy should be his opponent because they have a grudge match or they have a whatever stupid reason. Let's get to another fight. All right, let's get to another fight. This one is way back. Okay, as you can see with the quality of the video, this one is from the Ultimate Knockout Challenge UKC. This is wherein they started their MMA. They started introducing their MMA na fight cards. So based on this video, yan that allured ako. I'm an alumni of the UKC amateur system. I've been fighting there for tagal-tagal na, so many years. So I think I know that canvas. So that's probably more than 10 years ago. So the person on the blue corner is Reggie. His opponent is in the red corner. I think the referee here is Professor Jerome Lepitin. So tignan nyo to. Watch this, you guys. So moving, bam, inside leg kick from wherever. Then he charges in, bang. Phantom punch at the back of the head. Guy goes down, and as you can see, the red corner, okay, you look at the red corner coaches, they immediately threw in the towel. Okay, so number one, that was a very mysterious punch. Number two, that wasn't a knockout punch. Number three, look at the drama behind this. Okay, make sure that you watch the drama behind this. So he got knocked out. So if you're a person who got knocked out, a lot of people already watch too many. There are too many MMA promotions out there. And if you watch people getting knocked out, so they get knocked out, but eventually after a few minutes, they regain consciousness. For this one, the guy's just still down. I don't understand that. So you get punched with a phantom fist. I do not understand where that knockout punch came from. And then you start lying down, and then you're basically playing dead. Watching this video and looking back, you have to realize that there's something different here. There's something fishy. Let's go to another one. So this one is an alleged fight with a guy named Salvo Reyes. So it's one of those gym events. So again, see, another point of these grudge matches is the mockery, the trash talk, okay, the arrogance of his opponents, and then him being cool about it. And then we start the round. So they start with this round. Hey, his opponent is circling. He's doing the same. Okay, he's doing the same feints. He's doing the same stance. It's probably one of his ways to orchestrate and choreograph his moves. Diba? Yung parang tipong, okay, whenever, if I sit down, if I duck, if I feint, that's your signal. So now they resume action. Opponent goes for a Superman punch, dives in for a single leg. Okay, Reggie goes for a sprawl. This is a neck and arm control. Okay, this in no way, shape, or form are you going to get submitted by this move. Okay, this is a control move. And as you can see, his opponent, okay, goes to sleep. Ang weird, di ba? Ang weird. So you get neck and arm control and you sleep. That's not even an anaconda choke. That's weird. Okay, now things get better. Okay, things get weirder and better. So the next one now is one of the more viral videos that he has, because this is the part wherein a lot of people called him out on his bullshit. His opponent, parang ano pa to eh, parang Korean pa yung name nung kalaban niya. And as always, the opponent is cocky and arrogant, goes for a double leg. He goes to the side, diba? Rubber guard, went for a gogo plata. Look at that gogo plata. Okay? So now he goes for the gogo plata. Person goes to sleep immediately. It's like probably 2 to 3 seconds. He goes out immediately. Doesn't stop the gogo plata, even if the referee started to tell him to stop. And then now the referee is trying to revive his opponent. Now, if you get choked out, Okay, if you get choked out by any choke, as long as the choke is released, give it 3 to 5 seconds. You're gonna regain consciousness. So for this one, right? So for this guy to remain unconscious for so long, fast forward natin ng konti, the guy is still unconscious. The guy is still unconscious. How stupid do you think the audience is to believe whatever it is that you're doing? So now pay attention to the tattoo, pay attention to the fighter, pay attention to this whole farce, this whole drama. And now they're attending medics. He's being given oxygen. So mind you guys, okay, this guy fainted. This guy is unconscious, but look at the way he's breathing. Okay, he's breathing normally. Up to the recording of this video, I still can't find enough reasons or any explanation as to why people do these things. Well, of course, there's clout. And the people do it for clout. People do it for attention. They want to get famous for whatever reason that they have. Pero for me, it's weird. Hey, how about you guys? Why do you think people do these things? Diba? Why do they do fixed fights? Why do they do fake fights? And this is in the amateurs. Okay? Anyway, so let's go back to that Gogo Plata video. Okay, so mind you, that Gogo Plata video with the arrogant opponent. Look at the tattoo. Because now, check this out. This is his opponent in that fight. So the guy has a tattoo on the left part of his chest. This is his opponent last Sunday, June 19, at the UFC Gym event in SM Southmall. I don't know about you, okay? I could be assuming, I could be wrong. So if I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments. Okay, I think this is the same guy. A lot of people posted on their Facebook as well that they think and they believe that this is the same guy. The tattoo gave it away. Okay, so first photo, the guy was younger, okay, a little bit leaner. This one, guy got a little bit bigger, but more or less is the same guy. So let's go back to that video. All right, let's go back to that video. Let's break it down. As you can see, he's doing his traditional stupidity, like praying to whoever, higher power, please allow me to perform the best acting job ever in this mall. So steps forward, watch out for this. He's going to do a very slow spinning back fist. Bam! As he did that, as you can see, his opponent held his arm up. So now that spinning back fist, whatever, he hit his elbow or his forearm. Now he went unconscious. He was too unconscious that he was able to cover his head with his hands. So as you can see, if you keep watching and put your eyes on his opponent, right? The guy got knocked out, and the guy got knocked out. While he was knocked out, he was able to cover his head. So that's weird. Very, very weird for me. Okay. On a serious note, this incident made a mockery of the sport and insulted the people in this community. Plain and simple. It insulted everyone. It insulted me, people in the gym, the people in the community that I know, the honest ones, okay, who train rigorously, who train religiously, the coaches who will teach their students and give themselves for the service of others. Fight fans were robbed of a really good fight. And that spot, two spots, could have been given to legitimate fighters who really wanted to perform. I don't know the motivations behind these actions for obvious reasons. It's for clout, but it came at the expense of an industry that's trying to break barriers and get into the mainstream scene. They took us a few steps back. I really hope that we all learn from this, especially from the promoters or the organizers side. You have to make sure that you vet your fighters. You have to vet the lineup. Prior to releasing a fight card, you have to vet the fighters there. You have to make sure that if it's an amateur event, everyone's an amateur. If it's a professional event, everyone's a professional there. So, and you also have to check their names. You have to check their coaches. You have to check their gyms. You have to make sure that everything's legitimate, because at the end of the day, number one, you have to serve the community. You have to protect the fighters. You have to protect the integrity of the gyms, the coaches, in the industry. So I really, really hope that we all learn from this experience and it does not happen again. We discussed this in more detail in the previous episode of Combat Sports Weekly. We were with Professor Jerry Legaspi to ask his thoughts and his insights. And just like what I said during the show, the people on the other side of the fence, okay, JMC MMA Cavite, Reginald Cruz, Coach Prince Lloyd Noel, everyone is open to go into my platform and explain their side. There are always different sides to the story. Reggie posted on his Facebook that he thought that strike was legitimate and his win was legitimate and the treatment that they got was uncalled for. Prince Lloyd Noel also posted on his Facebook that he expelled Reggie from the gym and that he didn't know anything. So let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts. Put everything in the comment section. If this is your first time here, please subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell. And as always, I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.